What's up, YouTube? Good to be back with you again on another wonderful journey, another wonderful video of me at the old tabletop doing another notebook review. Man, everyone really responded to this guy very, very well. I've got a bunch of views, a bunch of subscribers. You guys are telling me exactly what you want to watch. You don't care anything about chickens. I get it. Hey, that's okay. I enjoy talking about this just as much as about anything. And I want you to know that I really appreciate all the likes, shares, subscribes. Keep it up. Do me a big old favor and smack the subscribe button right now. Just give it an old smack, smack. Wait, that would probably unsubscribe you. Smack it again just in case. Anyway, today I want to talk about my Anchor notebook. A lot of people talk about commonplace notebooks. They talk about journaling notebooks. They talk about writing notebooks. This is all that and more. This is the Anchor notebook. For 3 years, 2018 to 2020, so 2018, 19, 20, that's 3 years, right? You got to count the year that you began with. It's complicated, I know. It's math. You got to count that year. I used this notebook, this journaling notebook, this bullet journal notebook, Leuchtturm, 1917 in the A5 model for my Anchor notebook. I like calling it the Anchor notebook because all of my life resources and references were in this book. Sure, there are a plethora of other digital avenues of doing this very same thing. I get it. I know. I've tried them. I have a Notion. I have Apple Notes. I might even show you how I did some of the Apple Notes one day. I just can't keep up with it, man. I can't keep up with it. A lot of times the battery will run out on the old iPad 6 mini. The battery don't run out on this bad boy. And I'll tell you what, this has been one of the most satisfying notebooks I've ever owned in my entire life. It just wears in well. It feels good. It looks good. It's got this elastic. It's got the 3 bookmarks on there. The paper is absolutely phenomenal. It's got a little slip pocket in the back where you can keep all your particulars. I don't know what you would do. It's got the journaling, bulletjournal.com information. Talks about all that kind of stuff. Really neat. There is a whole community devoted to bullet journals, telling you how to do these things. And I just didn't get into all that. I did some of the same things that the bullet journal folks did, and I really, really appreciated it. I thought it was very neat. I thought it was very good, but I fell on this because it took to writing with a fountain pen, like a duck to the water, like the meatball in the spaghetti, like the cheese on the cracker. Check this out. Goals, to-do list, etc. Right? And how I would set this notebook up was this. I had a place in the very beginning where I had some passwords. Okay? I'm not going to flip through this book for obvious reasons. But the table of contents would tell me, hey, there's a page for passwords. There's a page for my calendars. So, boom, January started on page 103 for 2020. And so I would have a daily log in that. But usually every time I would turn from 2018 to 2019 to 2020, I would set it up like this. I would have certain things that I wanted to reference and look at each and every year. So when this bad boy was with me and we were going all over the place, looking at all the things, this bad boy would would inform this bad boy. It would, hey, from my adventures today in my back pocket, the things that I saw and the cool things that are out there, bam, goes right into this notebook. Why? Because this is the direction. This is the adventure. This adventure informs how the direction is going. And I have all that referenced right here. So every time I would go to a new year, I would do things like so. So let's say we did this, okay? And look, there's not terrible ghosting. And you'll look and you'll say, oh man, I can see right through that. Yeah, you can. It's 80 GSM paper. This is the A5 format. I've got it in the dotted. It comes also in the blank, the ruled, the squared. I got the hardcover. It wore very well. It broke in well. And it just overall was great. You can use these notebooks for almost anything, right? Journaling, drawing, brainstorming, writing that first draft of that novel, that American novel that you're waiting and yearning to write, and you've been outlining in your mind for the past 8 years and you just haven't done it yet. You can do it in this notebook. You can doodle, you can do your work. It could be your commonplace book for all of your literature, reading, writing. But I call this my anchor journal. Why? Because look, let's say for example, 2023. We're halfway through this bad boy, right? 2023, okay? I've got goals. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? I would have a brain dump. Boom. Cha-cha, cha-cha, cha-cha. Ideas. And I could reference those. 2023 started on page 208, let's say. I would reference that in the index. You could go down to your page number right here. Boom. That says 233. So let's just say my brain dump is on page 233. Boom. Here's all the ideas. Now these are different pages, mind you. I'm not going to use all this paperwork and kind of show you what I did. Just use your imagination. Goals, brain dump. Calendar, January, February, March. And there are different places where they started. Let's say page 35, 235, page 248, page 263. And within each one of those would be a daily log. And those daily logs for March, let's say, was in 264. Okay? And each month might have its own page, like this page right here. And that would have a calendar, maybe some goals, etc. I'd have my yearly goals. I'd have a brain dump for that year. I would have goals for this month, brain dumps for each one of these months, daily logs for each one of these months. And the daily logs not only included maybe some high priority tasks that I want to get done, but also if I just wanted to journal, if I just wanted to write, if I just wanted to get something on the page, because writing is thinking. And it's good to do it. It's good to get it out. Are you feeling a little sad? Are you feeling a bit depressed? Put it on the page. Write it out, man. The paper is patient. The paper's kind. It'll always listen. Write it out, man. Another thing that I was also do in this journal for 2023, man, I went back in time, is I would have a reading log. All right? I would have a Bible reading log and a book reading log. Okay? I would list out all the books of the Bible, put a check mark beside each one of them that I read, and if I read them multiple times, let's say Gospel of John, I read it 3 times, I'd put 3 check marks by it. It just helped me keep up with where I was at, what I was doing. Book log, I would have the author, title, pages, and a rating. 1 through 10. Okay? If the rating was 6 and low, it was a stinker. 6 was saying, hey, I probably like the author, but the book just didn't do it for me. Probably not something I'm going to reference back to. 7 and above, oh, it's got some nuggets in there. A 10, I've had very few 10s. But I might talk about my reading log and my reading habits and how I do those kind of things in another video. All I want to simply do is get you motivated to couple this pocket notebook that you do your to-do lists, that you do your daily logs with, that you do your daily tasks with, and have it inform this Anchor notebook. Okay? So, if you like this video and you've enjoyed what you've listened to, please hit that like button, share button, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate all that you've done. I want to see you back here next time. We're going to talk about more journals, more ways to write, more things to do like this, because I really enjoy it, and you guys seem to have responded well to it, and I really appreciate it. I've went up with at least almost 30 subscribers since my pocket notebook video. It's got over 3,000 views now, and it just seems to be something that people want to talk about, and I want to talk about it too. If you want to support me further, you can go to my Substack, CodyBlackSubstack.com. That's Cody with a T. Support me. You can even pledge. You can sign up for my newsletter. You can pledge to give on there if you want to. And that is just another way that you can help me out. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Let's keep going. Stay strong. Love you, and I'll see you next time.